Let's play Time Pilot, a Konami game distributed by Century in the United States of America. A widely successful game in 1982, or was it 83 in Americas? Somewhere in there. We're getting close to the arcade crash, and yet this game comes out and is a smoker. Let's take a look at a couple photos here. Here is the flyer front page, and I like this artwork, man. You see the years that you're going to actually go through as you play this game and some of the different enemies. Really nice artwork. Century is up there as the North American distributor. Is there more to that story, or is that about it? Yeah, that's it. Century. I like their logo. Pretty cool. Here's the second page, the back side, and it walks you through a little bit about this game. This game was fantastic. Look at this cabinet, by the way. I hated these wood grain cabinets with no artwork. I just really did. Made it look old to me. Maybe in the 70s that worked. I really hated that in the 80s. But take a close look at this control panel. You can see the control panel and the marquee and bezel around the monitor has artwork. But that's a fairly generic cabinet. In fact, it looks like Zaxxon to me, just looking at the side. But here we have one. This looks like it could be in Todd Tuckey's place. The side art, large side art on the cabinet, looks pretty good. Very faded. That's very typical. And you can see it's chewed up a little bit at the top. The control panel looks like it's not exactly perfect either. But this game was played a lot, man. I mean, this was a very popular game. This one, perfect, man. Look at the blue T-molding that really sets it off there. Control panel's generic as all get out. But everything else looks great. It's just missing a control panel overlay. Looking at this one here and flipping back and forth, yeah, this cabinet's black. Yeah, the cabinet sides are black. Boy, that really makes this thing look so much better. Jeez. Century, why didn't you just do it this way? Seriously, man. I'm going to get into the game and just play it, though, because I think that's maybe what some people want. They just want to see the game. And then at the end, we can look at some more pictures and talk more about the cabinet. But before we go too far, notice this one says Atari 1982. Dude, we got brands and companies and distributors names just all over the place, and it becomes such a mess. Atari in Europe was the distributor, as far as I can just quickly read here. So I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm sure somebody will find this and explain it all in detail or shame me for not knowing. I don't really care about the shaming part, but I do like to get some of the facts straight here, at least. Let me tell you a story that nobody can dispute, and it's mine. This game is absolutely in the top 20 of mine all time, just because of what it meant to me as a kid. This game was so far above and beyond so many other games just a year before it. As far as I'm concerned, man, this was smoking good. And I feel like everybody had a chance to play this for a while. They felt like they were succeeding because they were playing it for a good period of time. And it was fun and fairly easy to play. You rotate your ship around with your joystick, and then you fire. And you fire quickly. It's not like one little boom and it has to leave the screen before you can shoot again. Dude, you could just shoot your little heart out. And so in playing this, you can see my high score up there, 96,000. My goal is to try to beat that. And let's see if I can. Rules of the game, you just keep shooting bad guys. Pick up anybody in a parachute, but you shoot bad guys until your meter of bad guys at the bottom goes down to zilch. Whenever you do, I don't even want to call it a boss battle, because boss battle implies you're going to be at something for several minutes, with your arcade console game or something. Or maybe it's, Shinobi or something, and you've got to fight some bad guy at the end, and it's going to cost you $1 in quarters just to figure it out. Now, this one was straightforward. You have some big thing, like here's the big helicopter, and you just got to shoot it. You got to shoot it down, put enough damage on that sucker to take him down. Nice strategy. Get right behind it and shoot away. All right, I'm tired of watching. Let's start playing. Time Pilot. You rotate around by up, down, left, right arrows. It takes a little bit of getting used to, probably. My strategy here is just to shoot and fly kind of at an angle. If I get too many guys behind me, I'll turn around and go after them. Now that right there, you see that 2,000 I got? That was for taking down like a complete squadron. I'm getting some dudes behind me, so I'm going to swing around and try to clean it up. Clean up the work behind me. There's another squadron, kind of, sort of. Did I get him? Can I get him? No, I didn't get any 2,000 points for that, and I also lost my parachute guy. Oh, man. That was stupid. Yeah, you find yourself sometimes just kind of flowing right into their bullets for some reason. It seems stupid, but I do anyways. So usually whenever you see a parachuter like that, that's a good sign that you have a squadron coming after you, and knocking into the squadron in formation out is always good. Also notice that these bombs here have a little gravity feed to them, so as these guys fire at you, the gravity is kind of pulling their bomb down. Not even done with one round yet, and dying like crazy. I have won a free ship, and that's good. That's going to enable me to finish this one, I hope, without death. And I'm going to park behind him and just shoot from the rear, and away we go. And that's the name of this game here for the first while. Well, it's for the whole game. You're just going to play around, and then you're going to advance to another stage. That stage becomes more modern. As it does, the things that are coming after to kill you have a little better flying tactic. And sometimes, like in this wave, you can get bigger ships that take more hits but pay off pretty good whenever you kill them. Let me see if I can get there. There it is. That one that was 1,500 points, that took a few hits to take care of. And there it is again. This is a nice way to gather up a few points. It does get you away from your normal flight trajectory. Now, also notice that I get a 2,000, but no, don't bang her for that one. That you can really get right into their mix. Like I can shoot them and fly right into the explosions with no problem. Dude, did you see me follow the bullet? I don't know why. Okay, time pilot. We're going to beat that score, 96-1 here. Strategy, don't die. Don't gravitate toward any bullet that's fired. For some reason, I'd like to do that. Take these squads down as quickly as possible. Swoop up this guy. If you do it real quick, I think you even get more points. Oh yeah, there we go. 2 grand for that, and there's my free guy. I'm going to swing back around, pick up my little paratrooper dude. Come here, buddy. Oh, another squad. There's an easy 2K. Ooh, almost ate that one. Our squad coming? Yep, there they are. Come on. That one didn't get me any points. I guess when they come out of formation, you don't get any points for that. Some super time pilot player out there is really like, gosh, your strategy is so wrong, bud. You know what I'm talking about? The people who stay on one level and they play like for 4 hours, and they have some glitch that they go after. And that's okay, man. That's fair. That's part of the game. All right, these little, I'm going to call them Big Brother ships. Trying to ignore them. Instead, going after the ships in formation. Boom. But what happens is, I get accustomed to blowing up things with just like a shot or two. And then I see that guy come out. I just think he's going to take the same beating, but he doesn't. Right? He needs like 4 hits or so. Man, I wish I would have. Oh, I did get 2,000 for that one. In formation, out of formation, but he was still part of the squad. That one was a spread apart squad. Man, lots more going on this level, kind of, sort of. But that's okay, man. We got 60,000, so we're doing okay. 3 grand for that. So I guess your paratrooper guys just add up. The more you get, the more points you get for each one in succession. And here's our boss. Got him. So 79,000 as we move into the third wave, 1970. That was the year I was born. And what do we have in 1970? We have helicopters that shoot heat-seeking missiles, which are cool. Those are cool. I like them. A little bit of a strategy here is a formation of helicopters. I typically can't play the game with, I can't play in any other way like chasing a squad of them because they just move around in such a funky way. There's like a lot of clutter on the screen, and I'm just trying to get by, I think that last one was more of a fluke. Come on, man. I need 14,000 points. And I need to get rid of heat-seeking missiles. There we go. How about 1,000 there? Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, jeez. So yeah, back in the day, I was an easy 100,000 player, man. I mean, that was like the score. That was my typical score there. And I got a lot of heat seekers behind me. Come on, get away. We ought to be about done here, right? Ought to be. Oh man, that was close. Yep. Boom. Well, look, I busted the 100,000 mark. Dadgum. I really wanted to get done with this level and move forward. I think there are 2 more after this level. I'll have to go back and look at the flyer. But yeah, since I bested my score, I'm going to put it up there, bud. Listen, if you've not played Time Pilot ever in your life, and you call yourself a gamer, an arcade gamer, you owe it to yourself to come back and play Time Pilot and give it a go. I think Konami got it right in this game. Your little ship looks kind of like a space shuttle. And the whole concept of moving through time is fun. Change it. There's our 19... Gosh, is that 1984? I was at 1970. That was helicopters. I think this is like 1984 or 1980 something. And then in 2000 something, one maybe, you have UFOs. And that would be your final level. And then you repeat. Pretty sure I'm right about that. Anyway, this was so much fun. This level here was the one that I would typically get to. And they're just going to chase you around these heat seekers. So it's a lot like the helicopters, but I think maybe a bit easier because you can follow the formations of these guys fairly easy. And that looks like a modern warplane. Don't know if we're going to get to see a preview of the UFOs. Nope, probably not. And they wiggle around. They just kind of wiggle around and act silly. But I don't think they're that hard, honestly. But I haven't played and gotten that far in years. So, by the way, what's the high scores here on Time Pilot? I'm a top 3 for the weekly. Not bad. And for the month. For the year, are you kidding me? That's it, 167. I'm telling you, folks, I could do it. So could you, by the way. Get up in here and play this all-time scores. That means I'm going to find myself somewhere in here, I bet. All right, there I am, 35. Tied with ZVS1. Love the name, dude. Who scored in 2020. So our top score was done in 2021 for all time, and the yearly 2022 at 167. Gosh, this is so much fun to compete at this level, a fun level to compete at. Let's look at Time Pilot 84, though. I need to talk about this game because it's out there. It's Time Pilot. It calls itself Time Pilot. It's Time Pilot 84. I can't say I played this a lot. When this game comes out, the arcade crash had happened. I still went out to the arcade and played games. But when I saw this, I didn't feel like... I don't know, man. I just didn't feel like this was Time Pilot anymore. I'll explain why. First of all, you are doing a Xevious thing. You're shooting and you're dropping bombs. So you have 2 buttons. And it does get a little complicated on what you're flying over versus what you have to drop bombs on and bomb out there on the ground. There's some stuff that thing there, I didn't know if that was something that you could have picked up or not. But ultimately you have this thing. And it's throwing missiles at you, but I think you have to bomb it. Yeah, bomb. You have to point at it, get your markers to show up, and then bomb. And then you do that. Then you fly. And the only thing that changes really is the surface of which you are flying on. So let's try it out. I'm shooting. Boom, 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 boom. And I can drop a bomb. I'll look for a point to do that right there. I can send 2 of them. Maybe we can call those smart missiles instead of just bombs. But yeah, you're paying attention to a lot. Here's a squad. I don't know that I got any extra points for that. But yeah, you can't do anything with these guys to throw your smart missiles until they get close enough that you can put like a tracker on them. So, oh yeah, I see that I did get like 2,000 points up there. So I guess that's pretty cool. But, oh, I almost ran right into that. Mechanics-wise, game mechanics, very similar in the way that it plays, except for the addition of these smart missiles. Looks like I'm ready for like a mothership. So let's get ready. Okay, there it is. And that wasn't too easy, actually. That went really quick. Okay, now what's different about this level? It looks kind of the same. To me, it does. So not very exciting. Honestly, it just doesn't feel like it's that exciting. Did I miss something about the storyline? Did the developers miss something about what made Time Pilot really awesome? I don't know. I just feel like we're moving toward that whole thing with, you know, in modern arcade, not modern, but at that time, modern mid-'80s arcade games that just made them feel like there was nothing very unique and special. It's almost like nothing new had ever come out yet, you know? Yeah. There's my smart missile. I should have tracked it. Oh, he's over here now. I'll just crash into him. Stage 3, though. So now I'm in stage 3. Somehow I made it through there. So I'm sure that people who are younger than me probably play this game and they go, oh, this is so much better than 1984. I mean, than the regular Time Pilot game. They like 1984. Or Time Pilot 84, as it's called. I don't have a whole lot of love for it. I just don't. I'll play it this time, and I'll walk away from it, and I'll be just fine. But the Time Pilot we played before, oh man, be playing that a lot. Yeah, what are these things? Little, I don't know what they are. Mines? Maybe? Oh, good. Glad I smashed that. So I'm ready for a mothership and to go to stage 4. And I guess I'm just trying to beat my score. But I will be honest, and I'll tell you that I'm not sure that I really... Ooh, that's cool. That felt like Xevious. Okay, dude, you're tracking me kind of hard here, and all I want is the that's my MO. Just collide right into it. I'm not even sure exactly how to kill that thing. Also, a point in this game. If you have things that are only going to be killed with a smart missile that almost makes you feel like it's on the ground, then why are you able to collide with it? It's kind of like Xevious. Maybe that's because I've been playing Xevious not too long ago. I feel like I'm flying over something because I can only bomb it, but yet I just collided in it. Whatever, that's my excuse. Score is 55-8. Not good, I'm sure. Let's see what the high scores show here. I'll tell you what I see out of this. 297 is the highest all time. I feel like people just don't gravitate toward this game. The activity is minor compared to what we see with Time Pilot. So even that reflects its cool factor. Okay, so now a little history and a little bit more about Time Pilot. So it's a Konami game, and it was designed by Yoshiki Akamoto. I'm pretty sure that that's somebody that's designed games, like a lot of games. Gyruss, of course, 1942, those are big games. 1941, Counterattack, lots of shooting games. I mentioned Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Last listed thing is game designer, Monster Strike in 2013. So this person had a long history in the game business. That's pretty cool. Let's see what it would cost to get a Time Pilot machine today. Here is one, $34.90 or $34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34.59. 34. Looks like an LCD, not a CRT display. Cabinet is interesting. It looks like they cut off the word pilot there. I wonder if that is a legit cabinet because the side art doesn't seem to match. Let's see. There's a complete resto. Okay, here we go. Here's an original. You see the shape of that cabinet, right? Let's go back to the ad. Yeah, definitely not the right cabinet. So this is this is something different, whatever that cabinet was originally. $34.59 is a lot of money for a game that's not the correct cabinet. Control panel looks nice. Black paint covers a lot of crap too. Interesting little logo there on the coin door. 25 and C. I don't recall seeing that as a common coin reject button insert there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like this is highway robbery. 32 people are watching this. Free shipping. That probably gets some attention. New marquee light. Oh, man. Back in the day, these games that look like this, that were not in original cabinets, they wouldn't have had a CRT monitor. I mean, a LCD or / LED. They would have had an original CRT. But even if you had one of these at an arcade auction that looked like this, I bet it wouldn't go for more than $250 at an arcade auction. Working, you know. And with a bunch of screen burn and stuff, it might be passed over at that price even. Okay, I don't feel like that's a good deal at all. Let's try this one. Correct cabinet. Lots of side art, $34.95. Definitely wear and tear. Bezel looks good. Proper marquee. Just take a look at the difference. See how the marquee is different there? See that? Now let's get back to the other one. This is the proper way to do this. This is correct. So already this game is way more attractive. But man, the sun fade on those decals, you know, the red and blues go away. Oh, we got a Tales from the Crypt back there. Yeah, buddy. So a much more attractive game. A real CRT in there. Let's see what's said about this one. Working perfectly, rebuilt monitor. It's got a Wells Gardner. That's good. Yeah, we know the shutter does that. All original hardware that he rebuilt himself. So I would want to know about your skill set. So if you're really into this stuff, then you're the kind of person I want working on it. Especially if you know electronics, that would be like A+. Okay. Cosmetically, this game is in pretty decent condition for a survivor. Yeah, I think so. And a lot of these games have just been beat up so badly. So we call that even a rescue. Well, anyway, that's just a tremendous amount of money. We're talking pinball money there. I just think that's insanity. Here's another ad. This one for a Time Pilot 84 wood grain cabinet, probably converted. I don't know if it was converted or not. Well, there's the CoinMax in there. Does that match? Any of that match the other cabinet we just saw? The one I said was pretty nice. Yeah. I mean, it's no. I've changed my mind already. It's can we do a side by side there? Yeah, they're different cabinets, different CoinMax. So what was this? Is this a dedicated Time Pilot 84? Did they even have them? I don't know. But again, the gameplay for me, and I think most people would agree that it's just not a fun game. So what would a Time Pilot 84 go for back in the day? This game would probably, with no side art and looking like it does. I mean, these are $100 or $200 games. If the monitor was really nice, it would certainly be a little more, but still. So, a little bit about the game. Do we have any stuff here? Like how it was restored? I have owned this game for 30 years and have kept it in amazing condition. It was recently serviced and is playing better than ever. Okay. And it needs to come up one flight of stairs, so this is in a basement somewhere. Well, I'll say this. This game's in a basement, it appears, and it's pretty plain Jane, and they want $19.95. So good luck to them, but I'm not interested in anything like that. Even if I was doing an arcade and I needed games to put out, I wouldn't pay nothing like that. Let's see what Facebook Marketplace has. This is the only one I found in a 500-mile search around me. $685. Well, you know, that one looks a little different than the Time Pilot 84 we just saw. In a lot of ways, I like this cabinet better. I don't see a bezel around here that has any artwork on it. So this is probably a conversion cabinet. The bottom looks munched up like it's had some water damage over the years, but nothing that a can of spray paint couldn't fix. Plays blind. Monitor is missing. Chassis. I will include include complete untested monitor and chassis extra with it. So this is a project game for $685 in Waterloo, Illinois. So back in the day, this game would not sell, and the auctioneer might even give it away. Rob Stormont might be in this sweetness and his great heart. He would pay people sometimes to take arcade games away. So this one not working would probably either go for $25 or be given away for free, or even pay them $25 to take it. And that's true. I mean, if you know anybody that went to any of these auctions, you're going to have to go back to the early 2000s to, you know, when those were happening. That's the story. Now today, is it worth $685? I don't know, man. That's crazy. The world's nuts today. But that's a little bit about the market on Time Pilot, and just a smidgel about the history in Time Pilot. It was a really good game. Time Pilot 84, not so much.